Live coming at you. What's up, guys? Monday, fresh week, fresh goals, fresh whatever the hell you want. And it's not just because it's Monday, it's a new day. It doesn't really matter, all days are the same. But what I'm going to just share briefly about and touch on today is just about taking responsibility for ourselves and in our lives and for everything. And not coming from a place of like, a lot of people don't think you can take responsibility in a situation that you think someone else had kind of did you wrong or acted a certain way. We kind of attach the word responsibility to like a negative in the sense of like, if we're taking responsibility for something, we must have done it, and then we're blaming ourselves. And it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to come from a place like that. Responsibility is that's just like so simple. In fact, on taking responsibility of something that may have happened or not have happened the way you wanted it to. And I find that very huge because, like I said, a lot of times we want to avoid what we think is conflict or something like that by expressing that, maybe it was by taking responsibility for something we either did do or we said we were going to do and we didn't do and stuff like that. It's like, it's the biggest area in our life that if we start to actually focus on, more things in our life will start showing up because we'll naturally be showing up as a different person, like taking ourselves more seriously and just by taking responsibility whenever it comes to certain things. And then in also terms of taking responsibility, it's just like, so we all have a natural way of being. It's how we show up. Sometimes people respond to us in a certain way because of how we've shown up. And we don't realize it because it's our natural way of being. So, we might not think that we said something rude or came across this way and someone else is seeing it this way. So then, we might want to get like our back up and get a bit defensive that someone's telling us something, because we all take things very personal. And it just continues to hurt us and doesn't allow for us to have any growth or even for like the problems that are happening to get resolved. Because if we're all living in a world where it's either done right or it's done wrong, or we're right or we're wrong, or, we're to blame, like no one's to blame. And I wish more people would take that on. Like, people aren't to blame. You can't blame things on people. Like, there's no reason to blame anything on anyone. It's your life. It operates by you, the operator, what you choose to do with it and what you choose to learn and everything like that. So if we're blaming other people in our life for no matter what it is, and we're not taking responsibility, then how are we in fact going to grow at all? Like some people are like, I don't know, maybe they wanted to go buy something. Maybe they were having a party and they needed to go buy something, and the grocery store closed early. Now, it didn't have the hours on the website, it had them somewhere else. The whole point is that I'm getting at is that some people would want to blame the grocery store, being like, well, if the grocery store would have just wrote the hours on the thing, that I would have known, and then I wouldn't have missed it, and then I could have actually got what I was going to buy. And so it's like, it's no one else's fault, but it's your own fault. So just take responsibility in your life. You needed to buy something. You didn't get to buy it because you didn't actually plan properly in order for you to buy it. Taking responsibility for an action is not saying that you're wrong. It's just looking at it and recognizing what could have been improved and then learning for next time. And if there's just so many things and so many words and so many phrases and so many this that people have attached such a stigma to, that by seeing and being that way about these words, it's just preventing us personally from moving forward in our life. So it's like, no one else is responsible for us. We're responsible for everything we do, for everything we say, for how we come across, for everything. Every single thing about us, we are responsible for. And if you can yes, just realize that and really regain that power and have actual power in your life rather than, as I was saying, blaming everyone else. Like, you're losing power there. There's no power for that, to blame people. Like, why are you blaming people? Hey guys, welcome. I'm just talking about responsibility and how we often affiliate the term responsibility and taking responsibility in ways of like not a positive, but it really is. It is a positive when you can take responsibility for your life and everything in it, because you're the creator of your life, so it's no one else's fault. You plan everything. You can't get mad if a store closes or if someone acts this way or do whatever. Like, you can, but I mean, or you could just actually take responsibility of your own life and stop getting so frustrated about other people and other people's opinions and if something's closed or you didn't make it here, you didn't here. We just like, we're living in this whirlwind of like being upset and spending our energy on things that don't serve us, and it just like doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But if you're a person who hasn't done a lot of work on yourself and the personal growth and development and stuff like that, you don't understand what you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis just by how you're being. You don't realize the actual impact. But every single thing you say, how you talk to people, how you show up, the things you do in your life, the way you talk to yourself, the way you look at yourself, the way you talk in general, if you complain, if you gossip, if you do this, all of that is affecting your life. And people don't realize it because we're so used to being that way. We're so used to talking a certain way or showing up a certain way. But language creates our reality. And if you're constantly living in a realm of like, you know, kind of negative, low energy language, and you hang out with people who, you know, talk the same way and everyone's kind of always complaining, there's always something going on, then you just eventually start to adapt to that lifestyle, and you don't even realize like how much it's actually playing a toll on your life. And that's huge. So again, it always relates back to responsibility, because it's no one else's job for your life to succeed, or for you to feel a certain way, or for you to whatever. It's really not. It's no one else's job to do anyone else's job in their life. So just take responsibility of your life and your own self, and you know, you take responsibility of what you're feeding yourself, how you're acting, how you're showing up. Because I can tell you that when you can understand that we truly have control of ourselves, like no one is controlling us here. No one has like a thing above our head making us do whatever. We are doing every single thing. Every single thing we're doing in our body requires an action, a thought, and then an action. So you can't blame anyone for anything, for any part of your life, to why anything's not going a certain way, for what it is. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, I didn't get this job because I don't know, I look this way or I look that way, or I'm trans, or I'm black, or I'm gay, or I'm this, or I'm whatever. People don't want to take responsibility for their actual life. Like, do you have enough experience? Do you have experience in this job? Why do you think you should get a job? You should get that job. Like, I get so sick and tired of hearing people blame things on other people just to make themselves feel better. Like, no, you just didn't get the job because you're not qualified. And you didn't make it to the grocery store to buy that ice cream that you said for the party. It has nothing to do with the grocery store changing its times. It was the fact that you didn't plan yourself and you tried to do it last minute. So as you can see, we are the creator of our own life. We are the creator of our own life. So really stop blaming other people for certain things, because we are not our past. We are not our family dynamic. We are not our this. We are not that. We're not that. We can be whoever the hell we want to be, and you can create yourself in any given moment of someone new. You don't have to be who you used to be. You don't have to live in the past. You don't have to worry about the future. You don't have to worry about this person over here, or this person doesn't like you, or this person said yeah, or this person looked at you weird. You don't have to worry about any of that shit. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Start getting on the court in your life and taking action in your life and wanting better and actually doing something about it. Not just talking about it. Don't just talk to hear yourself talk. It's not doing you any favors, not doing anyone around you any favors. And so, yeah, this topic today is kind of just like, kind of like a kick in the ass, I guess, on like, if you've been wanting to do something, get up and let's do it. Let's do it. Because the moment you take responsibility for your life and stop blaming other people and other situations and other things, you can truly see how many areas in your life have been operating without power. They've just been operating because they're just used to it. Like, that's just like your natural way of being now. You're like in this routine. And so it's just a huge thing to take on, knowing that every single thing you do today is because you did it. You wanted to do it for whatever reason. How you act, how you talk, what you eat, what you don't eat, how you look, whatever. It's like all on you. So like, stop getting upset at strangers. Stop like getting road rage and yelling at people. Stop like saying, oh, I'm not getting this because of this and because of this. Like, just stop. Just take responsibility of your own life. Figure out something you want and go for it. And then stop making excuses. And most importantly, stop blaming everyone else when it doesn't go a certain way, because it's not their friggin' problem. It's not at all. And so, yeah. It's really just what I'm getting at today, guys. It's just like taking responsibility of your own life. Because I can't stress it enough. I know that like we weren't given this like handbook in school to be taught all of these things. But what I'm doing is I'm learning all of this stuff in my life so I can show up on here and I can get in your head a little bit and kind of get you thinking and wanting to, take action. Yeah. I just can't stress that enough, guys. I really just can't stress it enough about like taking responsibility for your life. For your life and whoever is in your life. We're not alive to take care of other people, like unless you have kids and stuff like that or some family members. But even then, like, our life is ours. It creates our future. Whatever we are today creates our future. So just like doesn't make any sense to be living in a world of blame. We don't have to blame ourselves, and we don't have to blame other people. Don't blame yourself if you try something and it doesn't work. It just didn't work. So as you can see, my message behind all of this, which kind of seems all over the place today, and it seems that I'm in like this interesting mood. I'm really not. I guess like I'm just sick of people not realizing that you create your life. So if you're not happy, you created it. You are still the creator of your life. And if you want something in your life to change and you're not changing it, you're still creating it. You're enabling it. And you have the choice and power to change. A lot of us act like, and I get it, I had been in a situation before where I could have got out of it sooner, but I didn't. And it's like ourselves in those moments, we don't realize that we even have any power, but we really do. The power is behind making a decision and sticking to it for your well-being. Hey, Holly. I'm just about to get off actually in a couple minutes, but I was just really talking about responsibility today and how by taking responsibility for ourselves and our life, it really creates and gives us power. And by taking responsibility doesn't mean that we were wrong or we did something wrong. It just means that like we're just recognizing what happened. We're just taking responsibility for it and understanding that like we create everything we have in our life. So that's all it is. It's just taking responsibility of what happened. It's not saying anyone's wrong here or anyone's right or blah, 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 blah. It's just simply saying, you know what, I take responsibility for that in my life. And now how can I switch this moving forward and really just create some like powerful change instead of being powerless because people want to blame everyone else for all of their problems in their life. And there's no power behind that. You know, like, there's no point in being like, yeah, well, I got in that relationship and I should have got out of it and this person did that and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, that happened. Thanks, Adrian. It's like, that happened, you know, that happened like last year. It's like, yeah, honestly, taking responsibility and like, it's like the smallest thing, but it's the biggest thing. You know, even, yeah, just in like anything. For myself, like say I normally go to the gym and I didn't go, or I ate this, or it's like, you just take responsibility. It's like, yeah, I take responsibility for that, or I take responsibility for what I said, or when someone says to you, I didn't like how you said that, or blah, 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 it's like, cool, well, I'm really sorry, I didn't realize how it came across. Not in a way of like, not my fault, you took it that way. I didn't mean it like that. You know I'd never talk to you like that. But, you know, it's like people usually respond with like such like, I gotta be right. It's like, yeah, sorry, you know what? I didn't realize how that came across. I did say it like that. And thank you for sharing that with me. You know, it's like, see how things can actually grow when they're being spoken to with like respect or with not a reaction. And yeah, to just like, there is no wrong, there is no right, there's no one wrong, there's no one right. It's not about proving people wrong and right. It's not. There's no wrong and right. And the more you can get that, the more you can start living in a life of curiosity, exactly, instead of, well, I'm right. No, the other day it rained, I'm right. It's like, who gives a shit? Who actually cares? Who the hell is right? Who the hell is wrong? It just is. Let's just be. Let's just live. Let's just deal with whatever happens. And that's it. And then take responsibility. If you did something, taking responsibility is not agreeing with what someone's saying. It's just being responsible for your way of being, for being who you are, for doing whatever the hell you did. And that's it. Literally simple. Yeah. I don't really know what much to say today, but I hope everyone's gonna have a powerful week. The more, as I was saying, the more responsibility we can take in our life, the more we can stop judging, the more we can start understanding that everything we have in our life, Jesus, fucking knows, everything we have in our life, we created it. And we're still choosing it. So take that in. Everything right now you have in your life, you're choosing. And people want to be like, well, I didn't choose the pandemic. I didn't choose losing my job. I didn't choose this. I didn't choose that. No. But you are choosing how you deal with it. Understanding is so essential. Yeah, it is. You know, so it's like, yeah, so it's like you are choosing how you decide. Your nose knows your nose. Yeah, my nose is tingling right now. It's bothering me. I don't know what's going on. I keep thinking maybe it's like a mustache hair. But, yeah. It's just so powerful. That hits me so much, is that, like, if we want more in our life, let's do something about it. Let's just not say we want more. Let's not point fingers at other people. Let's not say, oh, they should have acted this way, or I needed this, or they didn't text me, or they looked at me like that. no one's here for me, or no one's it, blah, blah. It's like, look at yourself in the mirror when you're going through these thoughts. Look at yourself. See how ridiculous you sound? Take risks. Yes. Oh, I'm really just rambling now at this point. Take risks. Do something different. Stop complaining. Stop thinking everyone's judging you. Take responsibility for yourself and in your life. Stop blaming other people. Stop getting upset over other people. Judge yourself. I don't even suggest judging yourself, but if you're going to judge someone, judge yourself. Most importantly, judge yourself for how far you've come, all the amazing things you're doing, and where you're going. Anyways, thanks a lot. Bye, Holly. Good seeing you pop on. I will see you tomorrow live for another episode. And if anyone is ever going along, and if anyone is ever looking to have a coach in your back pocket, to have someone who actually believes in you more than you believe in yourself, I'm your guy. And if you don't want one because you don't want to improve your life, tell one of your friends so they can improve their life and work with me. Bye. Bye, Holly.